Jeffrey says there's nothing wrong with fapping.
It's good for you. It reduces your risk of prostate cancer. Just trust me. And watching porn increases your 1 rep max in the gym.
But Jeffrey doesn't even go to the gym. He spends his days in his smelly bedroom, switching from looking at ass on Instagram to underage girls on TikTok to fake taxi and incest videos on Pornhub. Jeffrey willingly castrates himself. He loses all of his masculine drive, and now he has no energy left to pursue his goals. Instead of putting in the effort to work out, Jeffrey levels up his strength skill on RuneScape, and instead of trying to improve his looks and his confidence, Jeffrey ruins it by adopting the self-image of being a fapper. That's the life of most men. Make sure you're not in this group. I discovered NoFap around 6 to 7 years ago, and it was hype. Everyone was telling me about all the benefits I'd get. More testosterone, woman attraction, mental clarity, girls will hold eye contact with you. But most of all, I just wanted to save up and bust bigger nuts when I was going to be having sex. But I went through the same problem that you're probably going through. I'd get to day 3 or 4 and relapse. Oh, come on. I've got to get to day 90 or at least day 7 for the testosterone boost. And again, day 3 or 4 and relapse. It was frustrating. I actually started to feel worse and more annoyed at myself on NoFap than I did before, because I was constantly failing this goal that seemed so easy for everyone else. I wish I knew about the golden point of NoFap earlier. Adonis beats his meat. But not like that. He's a farmer, a hunter, an old school man. Adonis was the first man to transmutate sexual energy into productive goals. Whilst other men are fapping, Adonis is training. He understands that just as good nutrition is fuel for our bodies, sexual energy is fuel for our goals. And dispelling that sexual energy by oneself is a great sin indeed. Adonis tries not to judge, but he can't help but be upset at the hordes of men willingly castrating themselves. And then Adonis notices the young men of NoFap. Here's the real benefits of NoFap, because most of the NoFap videos on YouTube over-exaggerate this just to get more views. Number 1, and most importantly, it makes you feel like less of a loser. 2, you save a solid few hours a week that you can now put into productive habits like sleeping more or reading. 3, you feel like you have more sexual energy that you can now use as motivation for your self-improvement goals. 4, you begin to become attracted by normal girls again and you stop needing those fucked up fetishes. And 5, you start getting those rock hard erections easier and faster. I remember when I was a normal guy, when I was fapping, it would actually take me a little while to get an erection, and sometimes with girls right in front of me, I was about to have sex and my dick would just not get hard. And now on NoFap, I literally get hard from eye contact. Like seriously, if there's a girl I love who's making eye contact with me, I get an erection. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. I've mentioned the golden point of NoFap many times on my channel, and I think this hasn't been talked about on any other YouTube video. This is the hidden key to the success of NoFap. And the reason why no NoFap YouTubers have made a video on this concept is because once you understand the golden point of NoFap, you no longer ever have to watch another NoFap video. That's why I hardly make any NoFap videos on my channel, even though they get the most views. The golden point of NoFap is where you literally forget that fapping and porn even exist. It's where you don't even think about it. Getting obsessed about NoFap and constantly watching all of the NoFap benefits timeline videos is bad for you because you become obsessed with it and then it stays ingrained in your mind. When you're obsessed with NoFap, it starts to feel like a full-time job. Like, when am I next gonna fap? Don't reset the streak. We want to get to the golden point of NoFap, which is when you get the urges, you don't even associate the sexual urge with fapping anymore. You get that sexual urge and it literally just feels good to be a man. So how do you get to the golden point of NoFap? There's 2 things you've got to know. 1, you've got to have realistic expectations of NoFap that don't up your mental health. One of the things that no one tells you about NoFap is that you're supposed to relapse many times when you're first starting out. Stop expecting to get into NoFap and then expecting it to be perfect straight away to get to a huge streak. You don't deserve that right now. You have been leveling up this habit of fapping and watching porn for like 10 years. It's gonna take some time to destroy this habit. The most important thing is just try not to fap that much and just know that it will take months, if not even years, for some people to get to the point where they feel like they just are completely on NoFap. And the second thing is your self-image. And this is the part that a lot of people forget. If you say that you're on NoFap, I know for a fact that you will masturbate again soon. Because imagine 2 guys at a party. One of them says, oh no thanks, I'm trying to quit drinking. We know for a fact that this guy is going to fail his goal of quitting alcohol. But guy number 2 says, no thanks, I don't drink. This guy is way less likely to crumble because it's ingrained in his self-image. Don't see yourself as the guy who's on NoFap, as the guy who's trying not to fap. See yourself as the guy who simply just does not fap. You're not trying, you just don't. You're not on NoFap. It's just something that doesn't exist in your mind anymore. And to do that, you have to take a step back from the community of NoFap videos online. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.